What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Kissy K with the AKA Mr. Get It Done. What's good? I am kind of wishing you guys health, prosperity. Want to say special thanks to you guys because kind of been with me. And if you're just tuning in, I'm saying thank you now because you are tuning in. And guess what? We're doing something awesome. I got my little studio set up going on here. And what I expect to do here is to help Minikai and myself kind of see how it is worth it to work. And I have a great idea. I'm working on bringing to life some stories. You know what I mean? I spent a whole entire lifetime of my career, you know, telling this story of my own making. You know what I mean? I kind of saw myself in the development of my own like superhero unfoldment, you know, and through that I found that there's a lot of different ways you can answer questions about what's going to happen to you. What are you going to do in your life with this opportunity called your life? So got the chance to experience a lot of highs, a lot of lows. But all in all, I am in this place now where I've experienced enough success where I am now in a place where I can kind of write my own script, do my own thing, and see what it feels like to experience growth and development there. I realize now this is the stuff that I always wanted to do, and now I'm in a position to do it. And hopefully I can use that, share with you guys, and maybe even help you get something out of it, you know, that helps you on your continued journey for your answering the question of what happens to you. Whether it's a fitness journey or a personal development journey, I think at the root of everybody's physical fitness experience, you know, is, you know, self-development, you know, and at least for me, what was at the root of my experience with getting to become a really top athlete in my sport was really about, you know, developing me. And now I get a chance to continue that and then do a whole lot of good. So as I continue to work and answer the question of what happens to me, what happens to the thing that matters to me, I'm doing this. And I have a vision called Dynamic Muscle Comics, and I have some really cool characters like that are titles that exist, like Chronicles of King Kai. And King Kai, in the midst of his own storytelling universe, in the Minikai, will find himself in the heart of telling his own story as well. So we got a lot of magical things happening. Not magical in the sense of it's just like some weird hocus pocus as much as it is, you know, the mad application of what it means to answer the question of what will I do with the matter of me? What will I do with answering the question of what matters to me? In other words, you can become who you want to become. You can do the things that you really want to do. And right now, I see myself as an example, and I'm going to do it in this medium. And hopefully you'll be willing to come along with me on this journey. So I am starting. I'm going to do this really cool thing. Right now, I'm going to do something dope. Minikai's going to help me, even if it's just like, you know, in support. He's a supporting character. He's being the strong silent type right now. But you see, when I put him down, he will move when he thinks you're not watching. He also talks too. But that's another story. We'll get into that. Right now, though, I'm going to get into this really cool drawing. And this is the beginning. Dynamic Muscle Comics, Chronicles of King Kai, K Savage, a wonderfully colorful universe I'm going to share with you and Minikai right now. This will be the first illustration we do right here in this studio space. Here you go. You ready? Let's get to it. Minikai, help. I got an idea. I got a vision in my mind. I've had it in there for a very, very long time. And it's not the same every time that I've closed my eyes and I see it. It's continuing to evolve. To look at it at the early stages, it made sense, but it only allowed itself to be seen in one way. I feel like there's an artistic, creative mind that's been with me ever since the first time I think it was with me before I even realized before I even knew what it was or even knew what to call it. I started drawing before I learned my ABCs. Before I learned how to read, I was drawing. And now, it's interesting to be at this stage in my life because I still see things and I feel things, and I'm still developing. I am a creator. And as I say that, I realize I've been a creator for a very long time. It's been my responsibility to develop and answer the question of what and who it is that I am destined to become in this life. But I'm creating. I've been creating. Even when I thought that I wasn't smart enough, or when I thought that I wasn't pretty enough, or when I thought that I didn't have so many things that technically somebody should have had if they were trying to go and just be comfortable in their own skin. I think today I'm older, a little more mature. I would like to think develop more, I think, today than I was maybe 30 years ago. But one thing that's still the same is that I am still a creator, and I still feel myself to be in touch with that creative mind, that artistic mind that I believe has been with me since before I even knew what to call it. I believe that this artistic and creative mind is something that I think is my mutant power. I believe I have the ability to create not just like simple things that are nonsense, but I mean like the real things that matter. And I think to recognize that is to recognize my power. I can draw pretty pictures, but I guess the real lesson with growing and developing in my life has been to learn how to control the use of this power to better shape and create the things in my life I want, that I really want. Sometimes I think like the drama and the confusion, those are the things that I think and have said many times that, hey, that's the stuff that it's coming for you. It's always going to be looking for you. But the truth is, I know today I can draw pretty pictures. I can paint. And if you give me the opportunity to really think about it, I realize that I've been painting and drawing the picture of myself, good, bad, or indifferent, all this time. Chronicles of King Kai is my story. It's the story of a developing champion, a warrior, that through hook or crook has learned and is struggling to master the use of his power to not only shape the things that happen on his world, but to make them the things that he really believes they need to be in order to recognize the thing that he wants to become. He is his own savior. That's what happened when myself, a little boy in a police precinct, found himself by himself. That's technically where this story starts. So I have a comic book, and I've created a character that really represents the lessons that I've had to learn that are related to me. And in an effort to explain how I see this walk to go from where I started not knowing to understanding a hell of a lot more today, the power, the opportunity, and responsibility required to use your power to, like my character King Kai, save his own world. Am I rambling? I think so. But if you've seen this piece that I'm working on right now, this is King Kai's head. And just as sure as you're watching me develop this in front of your eyes, we can both touch and agree and say, this is real. King Kai is real, not just because I say so, but with each pen stroke, every mark of that pencil, and now as I graduate to using some of this ink, King Kai becomes more and more a fixture in reality. And because you've been privy to share this with me right now, King Kai now becomes a part of our reality. I learned how to become a better athlete by developing my discipline. And this character, King Kai, he learns how to master the use of his sword to stand against all enemies, sworn to protect the thing that's most true to him. I think everybody is like the star and superhero of your own living experience. There's got to be somebody's story that you're excited to talk about. And I think it better be yours. So for me, King Kai is that and then some. He's the story of how a little boy in a police precinct one day when his biological mother was arrested came to terms with answering 3 questions. How did we get here? What happens now? I remember being a kid watching Star Wars, and I remember seeing the character Princess Leia get down on her knees and pray almost, asking for some valiant champion to come across the stars. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope. And some champion was gonna come from the clouds at least with a lightsaber and a whole bunch of goodness in his heart, fight the bad guys and save the day. He was gonna save Princess Leia, and they did. That was a wonderful movie, Star Wars. But in my life, I realized, as the little boy in the police precinct, there was no Obi-Wan Kenobi that's gonna come and save the day there. I needed to learn how to fight. And that's what King Kai is. He is the ultimate fighter. He's like that little boy's answer in the police precinct, who knew that he had to answer these 3 questions. What happened? How did we get there? Biological mother was just arrested, and guess what? The plot gets thicker. The challenges are coming. Question 2. Oh, damn. What happens now? What does this mean going forward? And then the most important question, question 3. What happens to me? What will happen to me? That little boy decided he was going to fight. He had to learn how to do it, because at the time, he didn't have the skills. And like Chronicles of King Kai, the character, the warrior on his planet, Trakari, where nothing is what it seems, that guy, he's a warrior too. And he has to learn how to fight. He has to learn how to use this thing called his Angara shard. Now, the Angara shard is an awesome thing because technically it's more powerful than he knows. And like the creative mind that I've been talking about, that's been with me and even before I knew it was there, this Angara shard in King Kai's story is very much just like that. It's a power, an ability that you have, but you're out of touch with it and you don't know how to use it. And it takes time, it takes experience, and it takes desire to make it, to discover it, and to use it accordingly to help you do the things that you want to do most. Like me, I wanted to be a great athlete. I wanted to win. I discovered discipline. And I discovered that, guess what? The race isn't given to the swift or to the strong, but to he that endureth, he that wants it, he that's willing to work. King Kai has to learn how to master his skill. He has to develop his awareness of how to use his Angara shard. Now, this Angara shard is dope because it is a piece. It is his entitlement. It is his expression, his own personal link to unlock the power of creation. King Kai wields it at the end of his locks. And as his power grows, as his awareness of this ability grows, he masters all of the 8 principal virtues, these things that technically are like trials. And each one that he accomplishes, guess what? He becomes more capable of using his power, unlocking the secrets of his Angara shard, the master saving his world. I am King Kai. This is my story.
All right, guys, we're still working on this. I got my Sharpie markers going on. This place smells like marker, but you can kind of see it. It's coming along. It's only the beginning, and we got a chance to get this done in a few minutes. But you know what? Real talk, it's going down, and this is just the beginning. I'm excited. Minakai's excited, and hopefully you are too. I want to welcome you to come on back here. Check me out, because we're going to keep doing this. We're going to keep drawing. We're going to keep refining these things. We'll do some painting. We'll do a lot of creating. And until then, I guess until next time, let's remember to keep it positive. Let's keep encouraging each other. Right, Manakai?